Hello, I'm Michael Finley, presidential candidate for 2016, and I thought I'd say hello to you today on Independence Day 2014. It's an interesting day because it's a celebration of our declaring our independence from England, from what we considered to be tyranny by King George. Really, if you think about it, we're less free now than we were at the time that they signed that Declaration of Independence back in 1776. And we're responsible for that. You and me, we're the ones responsible. Because in a democracy, it's the citizens that are in charge of the government. It's the people of the United States that have the responsibility to maintain their inherent freedoms. It's time for us to do something about it. It's time for us to start taking action. Now, one of the ways we can take action is by voting. A lot of people are discouraged about voting, and you see some people that even say it's stupid to vote and we shouldn't bother voting. I absolutely do not agree. I think it's stupid to vote for the same people that keep messing everything up. I think it's stupid to keep voting for the same people causing the problems in the country. The same people who seem to keep putting corporate interests ahead of individuals. The same people who think it's okay for the government to spy on you and me, but get really mad when the same government agencies spy on their government agency or their Senate office. It's time for change. Mark Twain said that diapers and politicians must be changed often and for the same reason. And he's absolutely right. They're full of crap and they need to be changed. And we can change that. We can do something about it. It's time we start acting like Americans again. The same kind of Americans who stood up to King George and said, heck with you, we don't accept your tyranny and we're going to do something about it. Well, it's time to do something about it. I'm going to share with you some interesting quotes. I want you to think about being a real American. Let's stand for the same freedoms, the same liberties that this flag represents. This flag is not the flag of oppression. It's the flag of people who fought against oppression, who said, I'm not taking it anymore, and you're not going to keep doing this to me and to my children and my grandchildren. Thomas Jefferson said, tyranny is defined as that which is legal for the government, but illegal for the citizenry. Take a look around. Do I really need to give you examples of that? Can't you figure that out for yourself, that there's all kinds of things that the government says is okay for them to do? Oh, but you common people, you can't do that. Or how about politicians who exempt themselves from their own laws? Give themselves an entirely different and much better health care plan than they give to the rest of us. Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, I'm reading some things I wrote down here to be able to remind myself. Since I don't take campaign contributions, I don't have teleprompters. FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, said, the liberty of a democracy is not safe if the people tolerate the growth of private power to a point where it becomes stronger than their democratic state itself. That, in its essence, is fascism. Ownership of government by an individual, by a group. Guess what? In case you weren't aware, if you've seen my prior videos, you are aware, and if you're paying attention to the news, you're aware. There was a study done by two professors at Princeton University that concluded that America is not a democracy anymore. It's an oligarchy. It's ruled by the wealthiest few. The upper 10% of the wealthiest Americans get what they want enacted into law 3 times more often than what you and I want as average Americans. 3 times more often. So according to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, we're in a state of fascism. According to Thomas Jefferson, we're in a state of tyranny. What do we do about this? Well, JFK said, I'm going to read again, let us not seek the Republican answer or the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let's accept our own responsibility for the future. That's what I'm asking you to do. Be responsible. Be involved. Do something. Take action. Get off your butts and be Americans. Let's Get rid of this crappy government. You know, we shouldn't be seeking the Democratic answer or the Republican answer, because neither of them have the answer. They've been in power for, I don't know, more than a century. And we've had this ridiculous two-party system in which these two parties seem to be in control of everything and make it very difficult for people who aren't in one of those parties to even get on the ballot, which is why I have to run as a write-in candidate. Guess what? They don't have the answer. They've been in power and everything's gotten nothing but worse. It's time to forget about Democratic answer or Republican answers. Here's another great quote from John F. Kennedy. He said, "One person can make a difference and everyone should try." That's what I'm asking you to do. Try to make a difference. I don't even care if you vote for me. I'd like you to vote for me because I'd like to make sure that change happens, and I know that I will bust my butt to make that change happen. But I'd be perfectly happy if somebody else goes in there and makes that change happen. Maybe you want to do what I'm doing. Maybe you want to run a free campaign to become president, to become a congressman, to become a senator. Do it! One person can make a difference. You watching this video right now, you can make a difference, and everyone should try. Try, guys, come on. Let's be Americans. Let's be butt-kicking, freedom-loving, freedom-demanding, you will not tread on me, give me liberty or give me death Americans. And let's do it now. Michael Finley, 2016, and let's start making changes happen now. We don't have to wait for 2016. Thank you.